Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Olympus High School. Tonight, a battle for first place in Region 7. The Olympus Titans win 4 in a row. They're 4-0 in Region 7, taking on the Murray Spartans. The Spartans come in winning 2 in a row, and they are 3-1 in Region 7. Rod Zundel along with Josh Grant. And Josh, we're expecting a good one here.
I think so. I think both these teams are kind of finding themselves as of late and really putting a good game together each and every game, so it'll be fun to see what happens.
That's Jaron Jones with the basketball to Colson Hardy. Back to Hardy. That's off the mark, and one of the Topham brothers, Ryan Topham, with the rebound.
I always thought it'd be fun to play with your brother in high school, and so these guys got a good thing going.
Stolen away by Jaron Jones. Here come the Titans, but it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Olympus. So Murray in orange will have the basketball. Olympus in white. Of course, the big man for the Murray Spartans, number 43, Nathan Allen, a 6'10 senior averaging 16 points, 8 rebounds a game. He is their go-to guy as the Titans put on a press and almost stealing it away, but it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Ole, so Murray will retain possession now.
It's really hard for the big fella to get involved in this type of game where they're full court pressing. He's just kind of standing in the forecourt just waiting for the ball to get over the half court. And they've gone to him twice, and both times they've thrown it too short. He's a big guy. You got to throw it up there and let him go get it.
Justin Adams with the basketball. Back out top to the freshman, Ryan Topham. His older brother Chase is right there. Picked up by Junior Taylor.
That third time.
Yep, picked off.
3 turnovers in a row trying to go to the big fella. They just got to get it up there a little bit. He does a nice job of sealing. They just got to get it so that the ball goes over the defender's
Junior Talley for 3. Got it, Junior Taylor. And we got it on the board. Taylor with the first bucket of the night, and it's a 3. Taylor's averaging 5 points, and he averages 1 3-pointer a ball game. Ball knocked out of bounds again by the Titans. And the Titans' defense,
they're
really
very active, yeah.
So far here.
Very active, putting a lot of pressure on them in the forecourt, just making them make their own mistakes, really. They haven't caused or got steals, but there are a lot of turnovers here for Murray. Nice backdoor play.
Inside to Jake Lindsay, the reverse lay-in, and it's a 5-0 lead for the Ole Titans. Pressure again by Olympus in the backcourt. Here comes a big fella, Allen, to pick it up in the middle. That's Dylan Ross. He finally gets it away. Trying to get it inside the big guy, but they are fronting him, not letting him get a good look. And Dylan Ross launches a 3. In and out and back in again. Dylan Ross has the first bucket of the night, and it's a 3-ball for Murray.
They've got to really make the defense pay the price when they're helping on that weak side. If they can skip the ball quickly, they're going to have open shots all night long. They need to keep the Olympus defense honest by knocking out some outside shots.
Olympus with a 2-point lead, 5-3. 5:35 left here. The lob inside to Allen, and he is caught up, and Jaron Jones ties him up. Alternating possession arrow goes to Murray.
Every high school coach in America just had a fit right now because they always tell you the same thing. Keep that ball high.
Like
that. That's right, just like that. When you bring it down, you get others the opportunity to steal it from you. So keep it up there.
Nate Allen kept the ball up and scored his first 2 of the night, averaging 16 points a ball game. That's Lindsay with the basketball out to Connor Haller.
Nice ball movement against the zone.
Except
little
for that
mistake
one,
there.
Hardy put it off his knee, out of bounds.
Little mistake there, but I think they're just trying to get a feel for what the zone can do.
We're tied at 5. Murray in orange, Olympus in white and green. Full court pass down and stolen away by Junior Taylor. Taylor quickly over to Colson Hardy. He'll bring it across the timeline. Back out top to Haller. Taylor hit a 3 from there early. Trying to break that orange zone.
Olympus
the Spartans.
They don't really have a go-to big guy who they're going to sit down on the block and go against Big Nate. So they have a high post, kind of a 1-3-1 offense to attack the 2-3 defense.
Justin Adams loses it off his foot. Another turnover on the Murray Spartans. 4:42 left. We're tied at 5. Region 7 first place on the line tonight. Olympus Titans coming in at 4-0 in region play. Murray 3-1 in Region 7.
from the get-go, you got to give the
Stolen
benefit.
Away.
There you go. I was just going to say, you give the more active, aggressive defense to Olympus, but there's Murray stepping up and kind of turning on the heat.
Adams with the steal, Lindsay with the foul. That's the first foul on Jake Lindsay, and that's the first team foul on the Olympus Titans. And going to the line will be Justin Adams, averaging 7 points a game. Also the leading assist man here for Murray, averaging 6 assists a game. That's a lot for a high school dude.
That's a very nice assist stat right there. You don't see that too often.
Makes the first free throw, and he makes the second one.
Nice solid stroke.
And Murray has its first lead of the night, 7-5.
Murray's back in his zone, 2-3 zone. Top two guys are a little bit aggressive, but basically they're just trying to protect the basket and get a hand up, stay in front of people.
Lindsay tries the baseline, but he's cut off by Adams. Out top to Haller, inside to Taylor. Almost threw it out of bounds, but
that was a no-look, no-catch almost.
Lindsay to the middle.
Ooh.
And a foul on the big fella, Nate Allen, on the arm. And so Jake Lindsay will go to the line shooting a pair. Lindsay, a 6'4 sophomore. His dad is the general manager of the Utah Jazz, Dennis Lindsay. Just moved into town last summer.
I wonder if that had anything to do with that call right there, because the big fella didn't leave his feet. He just is a big guy standing there.
You and your big guys.
You got to protect the big guys. We don't get much protection in the paint.
Lindsay makes the first. And he makes both.
Nice stroke.
4 points for Jake Lindsay again. Pressure by the Titans, but Murray's able to break it, and then Hardy steals it away, and nice save to Taylor. Here come the Titans. Lindsay's got it. He'll try the middle, nothing there. Tried to get it to Taylor, but stolen away by Chase Topham. The older brother of Ryan, and Chase will put up a three. The lefty's good for Chase Topham.
For
his first bucket of the night. It's
for
a
as
three-point
active
lead for the Spartans.
As Olympus is, you'd think that they would be a little bit higher up in their score against Murray, but Murray just somehow managed to stick around.
Overall, Murray has a record of 9-8, but they're 3-1 in Region 7. Olympus had a tough offseason schedule as the three ball by Hardy is no good. They lost to Davis on a half-court shot, the ESPN number 2 play of the day.
Yes.
Abel Porter saved that one for the Darts. But they've won 4 straight. Trying to make it 5 in a row here for Region 7. Under 3 minutes to play, first quarter, 10-7. The Spartans with the basketball, but no longer. Taylor, Hardy, good, count it. Taylor to Colson Hardy, and Hardy will go to the line for a three-point play.
Turnovers are going to kill you. I don't think that Murray has even a 50% attempt at the basket for how many possessions they have, because they have so many turnovers to start the game.
Substitutions for the Olympus Titans. Lindsay and Taylor will check out, and coming in will be Madsen Murphy, a 6'2 senior, and Alec Monson, a 6'5 sophomore. Hardy completes the three-point play. He now has 3, and we're tied at 10 with 2:40 left here in the first quarter.
Murray's got to take better care of the ball, because if they'll just give themselves an opportunity here, they're obviously working very efficiently when they get a shot to the basket, but they're just too many turnovers. They're killing themselves.
That's Sean Bell who's coming in. Also A.J. Hodges with the basketball. Long two, no good, but Bell with the rebound, and it's almost stolen away by Jaron Jones, but he knocks it out of bounds. Murray basketball, 2:19 left. We're tied at 10.
Coach Barnes has done a great job getting his team to have very active hands. Their hands are flying around in the passing lanes just to get a finger on the ball, knock it loose, and they're very active.
Matt Barnes, the head coach for the Titans, and Jason Workman, head coach for the Spartans. Trying to get it inside of the big fella, but knocked away again by the Titans. Here comes Ole on the other end. Connor Haller had the shot, but didn't take it. Now inside to Jones, back out to Haller, finds the middle, tries to get it off to Jones, and out of bounds.
I guess Olympus is paying it back a little bit, letting them have a couple freebies with some dumb turnovers themselves, but not quite as bad as Murray. Murray's been just giving it up at will.
And a foul on Connor Haller. That's the first one on him. She was riding a little bit too closely, A.J. Hodges. couple of freshmen playing for the Spartans. You have A.J. Hodges, a 5'11 freshman, and you have Ryan Topham, a 5'10 freshman who started.
That's usually a good sign or a bad sign, depends how you look at it. But you got some nice youth, and you got some future there. It might say that your team is a little bit underdeveloped at this point, but
Hodges
will do all right.
Stops
nice
and popped by A.J. Hodges, and he's on the board with his first two. And the Spartans back up by 2, 12-10. A minute 37 left in the first quarter.
Nice little rainbow drop right there. That was real nice play.
Alec Monson loses it away to Justin Adams, and Monson will be called for the foul. That's number 1 on Alec, and that's number 3 on the Olympus Titans, who trail, a minute and a half left, 12-10.
I watched some of these kids playing the JV game earlier, and Alec Monson being one of them. Really an intelligent basketball player, uses his mind and is just a smart player.
Backdoor cut, trying to get it to Sean Bell, but it goes out of bounds. Another turnover. Boy, it's been a sloppy first quarter, Josh.
Yeah, I don't think that the coach can be too happy with that. But they have a 2-point lead. That's the thing that's incredible. I don't know if that speaks really good for Murray or poorly for Olympus.
Chandler McCumber also checks in, and Jake White. That shot by Jones is off the mark, and White picks it up. He'll reset the offense at the top of the key, trying to break into that zone of Murray. Done a pretty nice job so far. Monson thought otherwise when he saw Allen right there. And McCumber will take that's a long two. They say his foot was on the line. Chandler McCumber, 6'3 seniors on the board with 42 seconds left. We're all tied at 12.
You got to give really a nice accommodation there to White for creating that shot so that he could be as open as he was. He faked the ball, took it to the hoop, faked the shot, kicked it over, and the guy was wide open.
Nate Allen with the rebound, and he'll put it up in for his 4th point. And that's a 14-12 lead for the Murray Spartans. White thought about the 3. Now passes it off to the corner. Jones inside to Monson. Nice play. He's open for an easy bucket. First bucket for Alec Monson.
Nate can't get overcommitted too far from the paint. He needs to just kind of stay inside right underneath the basket and contest those shots. He got too far from the basket.
Final seconds of the quarter, and Monson blocks away Allen's shot with 1 second left, and that's the end of the first quarter. Sloppy first quarter, but it's entertaining nonetheless.
It's up and down, isn't it?
After 1 quarter of play, Olympus 14, Murray 14. This is our Sports Stream of the Week on KSL.com. All right, we're ready to start the second quarter. Rod Zundel, Josh Grant here, our Sports Stream of the Week. Olympus in white, trimmed in green, taking on the Murray Spartans. Spartans in orange, trimmed in white. We're tied at 14. White, the senior, banks it off, no good. And the rebound by a new guy that came in.
That's right.
For the Murray Spartans, that's Bo Shipley, 6'2 senior.
He came in there to kind of prove a point, I think, and it's interesting starting lineup for the second half. For Murray, they go to a man-to-man, but they've downsized quite a bit. Maybe they're hoping to handle the pressure a little bit. Well,
Shipley's got some muscle to him.
He's a big kid, that's for sure.
Oh, jump ball, possession arrow goes to Murray.
Still struggling to keep the ball in their hands. They've got to spread the floor a little differently and create passing lanes so that they can pass the ball easily.
A.J. Hodges got it. Now he'll bring it up.
Little freshman handling the pressure well.
Justin Adams loses the ball out of bounds. Another turnover on Murray.
Wow, I'm pretty sure the coach is over there having a heart attack right now, trying to figure out how or who they can put on the floor that will enable their team to even get a shot attempt.
Jake White with the basketball. Alec Monson on the high post. He'll take up a 16-footer. That's off the mark. Hodges with the rebound for the Spartans. Still tied at 14. About a minute gone by here in the second quarter. Another turnover on Murray. Off the foot of Hodges.
You know, I've said this a few times in some of our games that we've done. There's a tendency for high school kids to dribble too much, and I think that's definitely the case right now. And now they put a little trap on it where a couple of nice passes kills the trap. They don't know how to do that, or they're not comfortable with that, and so that's why they're having so many problems against this trap.
Jordan Chase comes in for the Spartans. Chase Topham also checks back in. Monson for three. No. Out of bounds. Murray basketball.
I like Monson's aggressiveness. I played at East High School as well as at the University of Utah with his brother Reed, or with his father Reed, and Reed was never shy. He liked to score points. I think he averaged about 30 points his senior year, and his son certainly is not shying away from that role. He wants to get those shots up, but they're good shots. I don't have anything bad to say about his shot.
5-second call, so it's another turnover on Murray, and Olympus has the basketball.
Olympus has a fairly fresh lineup in right now. There's one starter is all that's of the five that's in. Olympus certainly doing the same, or Murray doing the same thing.
McCumber with the miss on the three, picked up by the Spartan Sean Bell. Quickly down to Chase. He's looking inside to Shipley, can't get it to him. Monson's guarding him. Back out to Hodges. Left side to Chase Topham. And Jordan Chase. Hodges.
Look at Murray. They've got like 10 passes in a row with no turnover. I think this is some kind of a record for them tonight.
Chase Topham short on a three ball. Taylor with a rebound. Quickly to Jake White. White almost traveled. Got it to Taylor. Taylor to the hoop. Does it count? No. Before the shot, he is going to be fouled. So it'll be Olympus basketball. Jordan Chase with his first, and that's the third team foul.
It looks like a bunch of starters are coming back in for Olympus. Murray kind of responds with big fella, Big Nate, to come in and see if he can counter that. But
Jaron Jones, who just checked back in. Colson Hardy also checked back in. And Connor Holler with the basketball. He's checked back in after taking a couple of minutes break.
You know, if you look from a defensive standpoint, the way Murray's playing, the perimeter players for Olympus, they're not even looking at the basket. And I think that the defenders need to look at that, see that in their eyes, and just kind of sit back because they're just trying to hit that high post, because once the ball gets to the high post, Murray's zone defense kind of gets beat.
After Jake Lindsay put it up and gave Olympus the lead, Hodges misses that shot. Jaron Jones puts it up. Count it. It goes down. Jaron Jones going the line trying to complete the three-point play.
Looks like Olympus is finally kind of getting into a nice rhythm here. A couple of nice scoring opportunities there, and now they jump up to a 4-point, maybe a 5-point lead here.
Jones makes the free throw. He now has three. And it's a 5-point lead, 19-14, largest lead of the night.
Number 23, Chase Topham, that's his second.
Ball almost stolen. Topham has got it off the right wing. His brother Ryan can't hit on the three, and we've got a foul underneath. I believe it's going to be on Jake Lindsay. And that's number 2 on Jake, and he said, hey, the big guy came over me.
Jake didn't like that call. That was a good reaction by Jake. He's still he's talking to his friends up in the stands, asking, what are these refs talking about?
Justin Adams and Dylan Ross checks back in. Justin Adams with the basketball, working on Taylor. That's off the mark. Taylor goes high for the rebound.
Taylor's a very athletic jumper and getting to the basket. He made that three to start the game. He's a difference maker.
Jaron Jones reverse. Lindsay with the rebound, and he'll bring it back out and put it up from 18. Too hard. Rebound, Justin Adams for Murray. Trying to draw a foul on Jaron Jones, but the official isn't calling it. 19-14, under 4.5 to play here in the first half. Olympus with the basketball, or with the lead. Murray with the basketball. Defensive pressure. Moved up
high
here.
low. There's the high low. Keep it high. He's got to make that. That's an easy bucket for the big fella.
Allen misses that point blank range, and still a 5-point lead for Olympus. They've got the basketball. Colson Hardy on the wing, back to Haller. Jake Lindsay on the wing, inside to Jaron Jones, off his hands, and Chase Thompson's got it on a turnover.
Good defensive stand there for Murray.
Three-pointer, Chase Thompson made his first, but he's missed his last two, and let's see what they're going to call this on is Jake Lindsay and Nate Allen were both tipping the ball, and they're going to call this on Lindsay. And that's number 3 on him, and boy, that's big news because he's the guy that's been pushing Nate Allen around, and now he'll have to sit the rest of the way with 3 fouls.
That's a tough battle that I don't know if he's going to win too many of those. He's a little shorter. He's quite a bit slighter. But he gave a good battle.
Madsen Murphy checks in for Lindsay.
They're full fronting Big Nate in the post there. They've got to move the ball so that he can take advantage of the opportunity to seal and get a high-low. They're looking for him.
There they get the Big Nate.
Nice pass by Big Nate, and
Passes
one
off,
if it goes.
and a foul, yep.
Nice pass.
Justin Adams will go the line shooting a pair.
Tell you what, Nate's a load down there. He puts the ball on the ground and he puts his hip into you. There's not a whole lot of kids on the floor right now that can stop him.
Taylor with his first foul, and Adams almost missed the rim. He's 0 for, well, he made his first 2. Now he's 2 of 3. Make it 3 of 4. He's got 3 points. Murray wants a timeout with 3:20 left here in the first half. It's a 19-15 lead for the Titans. .320 left first half. Olympus with the basketball and a 4-point lead, 19-15 over Murray. Rod Zundel and Josh Grant here on our sports stream of the week.
It's not the prettiest game we've seen, is it?
No.
There's got to be at least, with 3:20 left in the half, there's got to be at least 20 turnovers, at least.
It's close.
Yeah.
Nate Allen, the big 6'10 senior for Murray, has 4 points to lead the Spartans. Jake Lindsay has 6 points to lead the Titans.
Nice skip pass with the screen. Little
Colson
floater.
Hardy. Nope. Taylor, rebound, up and in, and it doesn't go in, but he will go to the line shooting.
Murray foul number 2, Justin Adams. His first.
2.
Team foul number 5.
Bo Shipley with his first, or that make that his second personal. Taylor makes it.
Bo Shipley's not in the game, is he?
Well, that's who they gave it to.
Well, that's a good one to give it to if, he's not going to play a whole lot. I think they meant to call that on Adams, but they did. It's up on the board. It says he's got 2 fouls.
Pressure again, double team Hodges, and ball's knocked away, picked up by Connor Haller.
Boom.
3 ball.
3 for 3.
Colson Hardy.
Oop, there's another turnover. There's one thing I don't understand, Rod. If you're a short person, why do you try to pass tall? If you're short, make people come down to your level. This is Rick Majerus' philosophy right here.
Okay.
If you're little and you're getting trapped, don't try to pass the ball over your head. They're bigger than you. That's their advantage. You got to bring them down. Once they come down to your level, now you can zip one past their ear. Otherwise, you're just throwing it right into their arms.
Madsen Murphy, 3 ball, no. Allen with the rebound.
I think the big motivator for Murray is to make sure that Olympus misses their shots, because after missed shots, there's no defensive pressure.
Yeah.
So I would pick up the defense a little extra just so that you can get the ball past half court.
2:20 left, first half. 9-point lead for the Titans. Bearing down on defense. Adams for 3, no. Rebound, Taylor.
Murray's getting a little bit impatient against the defense and the pressure from Olympus. They need to just relax, move the ball a little bit, take advantage of a big Nate in the middle, but they're not going to be able to do that if they just try to hit him after the first pass or the second pass. They've got to move the ball 3 or 4 passes from side to side to let him have the opportunity to seal.
Olympus with a basketball. Taylor.
Nice shot.
14-footer.
Really nice shot.
7 points for Junior Taylor. 26-15, largest lead of the night for Olympus. It's 11, and a foul on the other end will be called on Madsen Murphy, the 6'2 senior. He averages 2 steals per game. Try to go for the steal on that one, but he is called for the foul.
I think that they bailed him out on that one. The young freshman, A.J. Hodges, was way too deep. He was too deep. There were 3 guys on him. He's got to know when to pull up and make that pass so that they can exploit the trapping defense.
Yeah, they did give that last foul to Justin Adams, not Bo Shipley. Hodges makes the first free throw. He has 3 points. Got another one coming. Hodges makes both. He's got 5. Lead back down to 9 with just over a minute and a half left here in the first half. Taylor again. Just nailed one from that point. Haller for 3, right down the barrel. Connor Haller.
That was deep. That was about 3-4 feet off the top of the key. Nice shot there, wide open.
First bucket of the night, another steal. Colson Hardy had it. He had it knocked away. Justin Adams picks it up. So we're averaging about 2 turnovers every 15 seconds here in the first half.
Just for Murray.
Ryan Topham, the freshman. Wild shot. Taylor with the rebound over to Haller.
We talk about patience often, and this is a perfect situation. If Murray would just be more patient, they would be able to exploit the kind of the run and gun defense, if you want to call it that, of Olympus. They want you to make mistakes. They're trying to rush you, hurry you up, and that's exactly what Murray's doing.
35 seconds left, 12-point Olympus lead. They will play for the final shot. While they're holding the ball, the referee's getting on a fan over here, telling him he can't have something. Colson Hardy for 3. Taylor
Great rebound.
Over Allen, tipped up by Jones, no good. And I believe A.J. Hodges stepped on the line, which is a good thing because he passed it right to Murphy, and he'd have had an easy bucket. So we got 0.3 seconds left. They just got to, barely can they catch and shoot.
I think they should have just thrown the ball up.
No, it doesn't count.
You just got to throw the ball up close to the rim. Let Taylor go after that one.
Halftime here at Olympus. It's a 12-point lead for the Titans, trying to make it 5 in a row here in Region 7. They have a 12-point lead, 29-17 over the Murray Spartans. We'll be back with the second half in about 10 minutes.
Chase Topham, 3 points. Justin Adams.
Welcome back to Olympus High School. Rod Zundel along with Josh Grant about ready to start the second half here. The Olympus Titans 4-0 in Region 7 have a 12-point lead, 29-17 over the Murray Spartans. The Spartans coming in 3-1, trying to get into a first-place tie in Region 7 with Olympus. But, Josh, they only scored 3 points, the Murray Spartans did, in that second quarter.
It's awful hard to score when you don't even get a chance to shoot the ball because you've turned the ball over so much in the forecourt. In the first entry pass, Olympus is jumping on it, trapping, and Murray has not had an answer for that.
We were tied at 14 after the first quarter, and Olympus outscored Murray 15-3 in that second quarter, and Murray opens up the third with the basketball. That's Junior Taylor, hands to Connor Haller.
Murray comes out in their 2-3 defense. Looks like a little bit of a man, kind of a
blocked away by the big fella Allen, but it was picked up by Olympus, and then they quickly throw it out of bounds.
Murray looks like they got a little talking to in the timeout, which I'm sure they did.
Let's see how they handle the press. They didn't do very well in the second quarter.
Murray puts the ball above their head too often. I wish I could express the same stories that Rick Majerus used to tell us about how good the ball is above your head.
Nate Allen with a nice shot. From
nice soft touch. Nice soft touch by the big fella.
He's got 6 points, averaging 16 a game, 29-19, 10-point lead for the Titans.
And their man,
Jake Lindsay, who picked up 3 fouls, number 44, off to Haller, to Colson Hardy, back to Lindsay. Taylor challenges the big fella for 3. That's off the mark. Haller goes high for the rebound, but stolen away. Knocked away by Adams and picked up by the freshman Ryan Topham.
Good hands by Allen right there just to reach in there and knock that one loose. That was going to be a bucket for sure.
Just over a minute gone by here in the third quarter. Murray with a basketball and trailing by 10. Trying to get it inside of the big guy, Nate Allen. Chase Topham. Got a three. That's number 2 for him.
Lefty's knocking him down. It seems to me that Murray is a little bit more calm. I think they had a good talking to execute their offense a little bit better, and that's what they're doing.
5-0 run to start the second half for the Spartans. Cut the lead to 7.
Defensively, it looks like Murray's even picked up their intensity a little bit, which you kind of have to expect that after a good talking to at halftime, and I don't think that Olympus has met that same enthusiasm.
Lindsay to the hoop, good. The seam
nice
parted,
drive.
And he went right through. Jake Lindsay, 8 points.
It sure did. It parted nice for him, and he finished with a nice soft touch. Lefty. Oh.
Topham tried to go 2
in a row. Strong there.
Yeah.
They can't get away from trying to get the ball into the big guy.
Haller on the drive is fouled. I believe that's going to be called on Adams. It will be Justin Adams' second personal. That's the first team foul here in the second half.
First team foul.
Olympus basketball. Jake Lindsay will take it in out of bounds underneath his own basket. Connor Haller thought about the 3, but Topham picks him up, and now he's riding clear out to midcourt.
Looks like on out-of-bounds plays, Murray automatically jumps into their 2-3 zone.
Jaron Jones, double-teamed, kicks it out to Lindsay. The 3 rolls off, and the rebound, the big fella. Quickly to Justin Adams. Cross court to Dylan Ross. He'll put up a 3. Got it. No, that's a long 2. They say Dylan Ross' foot was on the line. That's 5 points for Ross.
That's the first kind of semi-fast break that Murray's had the whole game. It was nice ball movement. The ball never touched the floor. Maybe they've learned something. Stop dribbling and beat this pressure with passing.
3 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. That 12-point lead is down to 7 now for the Titans. Lindsay, the scoop with the lefty.
Nice play.
Lindsay averaging 13 points a game. He's got 10. A couple of nice drives to the bucket here in the third quarter.
Very nice left-handed finish. He ran around the big guy, finished with his left hand. Very nice play.
The press again almost steals it away and knocked out of bounds by the Titans with 4:42 left here in the third quarter. Justin Adams will trigger the inbounds pass to Chase Topham. Here comes the double team. Back to Adams and back to Topham. They finally break the press this time. Topham's opens for three. That's off the mark, picked up by Hardy. Here come the Titans.
That wasn't a horrible shot. It just maybe was a shot that you can get any time, and so they need to be a little bit more patient.
Off the turnover, quickly down court to Adams, but it goes off his fingertips, and he tried to knock it off at Jones, but it goes to Taylor. To Howler. Howler goes up for the shot, thought he was fouled, but play on, they say. Jaron Jones against the big fella, tries to scoop it up, and no chance there. Allen just tips it away.
I'm pretty sure there were a couple of illegal maneuvers on that one. I don't think you can catch your own shot when you pretend to shoot it and it gets half blocked.
Nate Allen going inside against Jones, puts it up, and he's called for traveling. Turnover on Murray.
The way that they're doubling down on that, he's got to either make a quick shot or quick move, or he's got to make a quick move and kick it out. If you make kind of the double move, like they call it for a receiver, that's when he's going to get in trouble, just because there's too many people coming to get him.
9-point lead for the Titans. They've got the lead 33-24. And they have the basketball. Connor Howler, Colson Hardy, Taylor working on the big fella, and the big fella's going to be called for his second personal.
I think the ref bailed him out on that one. Taylor took a dribble, jumped in the air, didn't really know what he was going to do, just happened to get bumped by Big Nate, and luckily the ref bailed him out. Otherwise, that's a turnover waiting to happen.
Second foul on Allen. That's the second team foul here in the third quarter. Here comes the screen by Jones. Madsen Murphy has checked in. So did Jake White. No, that's not Jake White still. It's Madsen Murphy.
Murray, if in their 2-3, they really need to do a better job of keeping it out of the hands of that high post, because as soon as it goes to the high post, the whole defense breaks down just like that.
Pass
really a nice play.
Taylor.
Good execution.
And he now has 9 points.
Good execution, nice passing, easy layup.
Got a foul on the inbounds here. And Connor Howler picks up number 2. 35-24, the lead is back up to 11 for the Titans. Here comes a double team on the press, but it's broken by the freshman Ryan Topham.
Oh, I thought he was going to pull that one.
Yeah.
Taylor looks like he's out there moving a car stuck in the snow, the way he's got his forearm in Big Nate's back, moving him all the way up to the top of the key.
A.J. Hodges from 15.
Nice little shot by the freshman.
7 points for A.J. Hodges. First bucket here in the third quarter, just inside the three-point line. Madsen Murphy got it for the Titans. Skip pass to Colson Hardy. Almost lost it out of bounds.
We almost caught that
Fowler.
one.
Yeah, that was kind of high. Tried to get it inside of the high post, Jaron Jones, but kicked away by Ryan Topham. Now Jake White will check in for the Titans. Howler will check out. Bo Shipley checks in for the big fella, Nate Allen. 2:29 left here in the third quarter, 35-26. Titans with the basketball and the 9-point lead. Jones working against Shipley. Ball was knocked away, but I think they're going to call Shipley for the body underneath.
Oh.
No. Chase Topham, Dylan Ross tried to say, hey, that foul was on me, but they'll call it on Shipley.
I have to agree with who was that with Ross, because Ross had the ball. If he just wouldn't have tried to kill it, if he wouldn't have tried to spike it, that was a good block, but he followed through, hit him on the wrist. I think that Shipley did a great job just bodying him up. Good defense.
Jones makes both free throws. Olympus calls a timeout. Titans 37, Murray 26 with 2:18 left in the third. All right, here we are at Olympus High School, 2:18 left in the third quarter. Murray with the basketball and trailing by 11, trying to break the press and almost stolen away by White. Justin Adams has it. Finally comes across the midcourt stripe, hands to the freshman Ryan Topham.
Murray's doing a really good job considering they have two freshmen on the floor and have for most of the game.
Justin Adams trying to make a move, and the foul will be called on Jaron Jones. For Jones, that's number 1.
Foul Olympus, number 28, Jaron Jones.
That's the second team foul on Olympus. Murray's still in this basketball game as poorly as they played. Shipley kicks it out to Hodges. Adams back to Topham. He'll take a long three. In and out for Ryan Topham.
I guess he wasn't faking that shot
No.
earlier, was he? He's ready to knock that thing down.
Minute 30 left, third quarter. 11-point lead for the Titans. Madsen Murphy inside to Jones, back to Murphy. Jake White inside to Murphy, knocked away.
I like the way that Murray's come out, and they're really getting it after it defensively. They're moving their feet. Their defensive intensity is about twice as high as it was in the first half. So, let's see what Murray can do to get this game a little closer.
Dylan Ross and Ryan Topham check out. Sean Bell and Jordan Chase check in for the Spartans. Again, Murray having trouble putting the ball in bounds, and Justin Adams says somebody else take it out.
He wants to get open. They're getting open, but they're getting open right up against the baseline, which makes it that much easier for Olympus to trap them. They've got to create space for themselves. Adams does a great job right there, using his body to get open.
Adams dumps it off to Shipley.
And one.
Count it.
The big fella.
Bo
the little
Shipley.
big fella.
Yeah. Finally getting on the board. His first two of the night. He'll go to the line for the three-point play.
Nice unselfish play by Adams. He had the layup clearly, and in that case maybe he should have taken it, but he still made a nice dish to Shipley for an and one.
J.R. Taylor with his second personal. Third team foul. Shipley going to the line. Trying to convert the three-point play here in the third quarter. In and out. Taylor with the rebound.
Said that a lot about a lot of Murray shots, in and out. They're right there. They just have missed a lot of shots tonight.
Colton Hardy to Junior Taylor. Brings it back out. Hardy on the wing. And a foul is going to be called on A.J. Hodges on the drive.
Foul, Murray. Number 15, A.J. Hodges.
Olympus has a nice kind of draw and kick offense going here. They don't really have a post player. Once in a while they'll stick someone in the post, but they just are 4 or 5 outside, drive, try to get defense to help to kick to the open guy.
Colton Hardy, short. Hodges with a rebound. 45 seconds left, third quarter.
AJ needs to look up the court. There's some guys that are running the floor nicely, and they could have capitalized on that missed shot.
Like Murray will go for the final shot as Justin Adams pulls it back out. Chase try to get inside to Shipley. Tries to save it to Hodges. He does with 22 seconds left. And Hodges loses it. Body's on the floor. And let's see. I believe Madsen Murphy tried to save it, but his feet were out of bounds.
That play might have had everything in it.
It did.
Everything the Bad News Bears has ever stood for. AJ tries to throw it off his leg at half court. It bounces perfectly right down the line. Someone taps it. One of the players jumps on the other one's head. I mean, that's as good as it gets.
Double team again, but it's finally brought out of there by the Spartans, but they steal it away, and last touch by the Murray Spartans.
I'm a little confused by that call. When the guy dribbling the ball gets run over, there's got to be something there, isn't there? I couldn't see because of the fans, but it looked to me like he just kind of got taken out.
They're letting him play.
I guess.
8.4 seconds left, 37-28, 9-point lead for the Titans.
It's just not a real clean game. Oh, nice play right there.
Haller to
nice
the hoop.
play right there.
Nobody stopped him, and he laid it in off the glass with 2 seconds left.
Nice play. As he drove the ball to the wing, he was supposed to make a handoff. They the defense jumped to protect against the handoff, and left a wide open lane all the way to the basket. Good read.
End of 3 here at Olympus High School. Region 7 showdown. The Titans lead it over the Murray Spartans 39-28 on our Sports Stream of the Week, brought to you by Riverton Chevrolet. Ready to start the fourth quarter here at Olympus High School. The Titans 4-0 in Region 7 and in first place. Have a 11-point lead, 39-28 over the Murray Spartans. The Spartans second place in Region 7. They come in at 3-1. Leading scorer for the Titans, Jake Lindsay, the sophomore, he has 10, and J.R. Taylor, the senior, has 9. Leading the way for Murray, Nate Allen and Chase Topham have 6, and A.J. Hodges has 7.
It's a nice game for the freshman, A.J. Hodges.
All right, Murray's got to do something here in the fourth quarter if they want to try to move into a first-place tie with the Titans.
Got some mass substitutions here on both sides. I don't think we have too many starters in the game right now.
Jordan Chase tries to get into Shipley, but it goes through his legs out of bounds.
It's a good idea. Just it's hard to throw a bounce pass to a big guy when it's not above his knees.
Cody Backus, the 6-foot senior, checks in for the first time, number 10. Nice inside pass, but it's knocked away by Adams, and he'll be called for the foul.
Nice pass right there. Nice offensive set. They kind of went a 1-4, and he's going to like an option, a quarterback running the option play where he's got handoffs coming at him from both sides, and then confuse the defense. One of the big guys rolls to the basket, wide open.
Team foul number 5 on the Spartans. Big Nate Allen checks back in. The 3 ball is good by Alec Monson. He has 5. That's his first long ball of the night.
Nice shot. He has nice form. He's got a nice shot for a big guy. It's good to see him let it go. He's not going to, pass up too many of those.
Backus going in, and he'll be fouled. He'll go the line shooting 2. Just checked in and gets in the stat book right there. Monson is called for the foul. That's number 2 on Alec. 4th team foul on the Titans.
If he misses this, it's because he ran to the line too quickly. Well, that's what he wanted.
There you go.
He wanted to get there and get comfortable. He was there waiting. Normally guys want to take their time, get to the line, kind of make the play wait for them.
First point for the 6-foot senior, Cody Backus. 1 for 2 from the foul line. Lindsay with the rebound, quickly over to Haller. Taylor, Hardy, scissors off, back to Lindsay. He'll reset. 6:44. Titans in no hurry. And we got a foul underneath, I do believe, away from the ball. Jordan Chase, I believe, is going to be called for the foul.
Murray foul, number 0, Jordan Chase, his first. Team foul number 6.
Don't know that I understand that, so I'm just going to keep quiet with those fouls that are away from the ball like that. I don't think it served anybody a purpose.
Colton Hardy with the ball out to Connor Holler. Jake Lindsay picked up by Dylan Ross. Lindsay going to the hoop. Kicks it off to the wing. The 3 ball is short by Hardy. Dylan Ross with the rebound. The big guy working on Alec Monson, blocked away, but a foul will be called.
I think that's a fair call. They triple team him. They just start whacking it whatever they can. It's almost like whack-a-mole.
Third foul on Connor Haller. Going to the line will be Nate Allen. First trip to the free throw line tonight. And for a 6'10 guy, you'd like to see more.
I agree.
To the line.
He's got to get
just
to
in
the
the
line.
fourth quarter here.
Olympus is doing a great job fronting him, making it difficult to get him the ball. They got help side defense, so it's hard for Murray to feed the ball inside of the big guy, so he hasn't had a whole lot of touches.
Jaron Jones checks in. J.R. Talley will take a seat for a moment.
He's got a soft touch for a big guy, I'll tell you. He does. He's got a nice hand.
Makes both free throws, has 8 points. 6:10 left here in the fourth quarter. 11-point lead for the Titans. Low scoring game here, 42-31. Jaron Jones with the basketball. Back out to Lindsey. Lindsey will go to the hoop. Around Allen, and Allen's going to be called for a foul, and he's saying that he was just standing there, and I think he's right.
He's a big kid. He takes up a lot of space. Again, he maybe dropped his arm a little bit after contact, which makes it look like you're coming down on people's hands and arms, and I think that's what happened.
Jake Lindsey going to the line. He's 2 for 2 from the foul line tonight. Both of those in the first quarter. Makes his 3 for 3 now. He has 11 points. He's the leading scorer for either side.
I think you got to make him pass in that situation. Most of the other guys are looking to draw the defense and kick. He's looking to draw the defense and scoot around him for little scoop shots, which he finishes very well. But you got to know he's not looking to pass as much as the other guys.
12 points for Jake Lindsey, and a foul will be called on Olympus. I believe that's going to be called on Haller. And that's number 4 on Connor. And quickly off the bench comes Madsen Murphy as Haller picks up number 4, and he'll take a seat. 5:57 left, 13-point lead for the Titans. Murray with a basketball. Here comes the press. Chase has it. Double team, knocks it off the hip of Jones.
At least they're not throwing it to Olympus, which they've been doing. They're trying to take the guy down, make a little bounce pass to the guy who just stepped in from inbounding it, which is the right pass. And if you do it quickly, the defense can't recover quick enough to take that pass away.
Justin Adams checks in for Jordan Chase. There they break the press. Ryan Topham, the freshman's got it. Inside to Allen. He'll put it up. Nice soft touch off the glass. 10 points for big Nate Allen. 44-33, lead down to 11. 5:38 left here in the fourth quarter, and we got a foul away from the basketball again. And again, that's going to be called on Justin Adams. That's number 4 on Justin. That's the 8th team foul on Murray, so
I think that's a poor call. He's trying to bump the cutter, which is a principle that coaches coach, and I don't think anybody has a right to that space. So who do you call the foul on? The guy who's pushing or the guy who's being pushed, or is he bumping him, or what is he exactly doing?
The pusher or the pushee?
Exactly. So I think you have to let that go. Nobody has an established right to that space.
6 for 6 from the foul line for Jake Lindsey. He leads all scorers with 14. Topham's got it. Here comes a double team and tries to pass it over the double team, and they do. Backus has it. Back to Topham. He'll back things out with under 5.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. 13-point lead for the Titans. Murray's got to do something quick. They got the big guy open underneath, but they didn't find him.
You're averaging 6 assists a game. That should have been another one right there, right to the big fella.
Justin Adams for 3. That's no good. Allen with the rebound. Back up and good. Count it. Nate Allen going to the line trying to complete the three-point play.
That's what I expected to see the whole game, quite honestly. And I don't think he's shown it until just this last quarter where he's aggressive. If they're going to front him, that means you have offensive position or good rebounding position. And we haven't seen him track down rebounds. It's good to see him get after a little bit and make a difference with his height, rebounding, not just scoring.
Allen completes the three-point play. He has 13 now to lead the Murray Spartans. Timeout, Murray. 5:08 left here in the fourth quarter. It's back down to a 10-point lead, 46-36 on our sports stream of the week. 5:08 left in the fourth quarter. 10-point lead for the Olympus Titans, 46-36. Rod Zundel along with Josh Grant on our sports stream of the week. Do it every Tuesday night.
All right, let's see how Murray responds. They're down 10. They've kind of got a little something going, a little continuity on their offense. Their defense, they're hustling. Looks like they're kind of doing some kind of a trap here whenever they have the opportunity.
Inside to Jaron Jones, the lefty, no good, but the ref will call a foul, and that's going to be on Dylan Ross. Tough break for Murray.
I'm not liking the way that the tone of the refereeing is going here. The first half, they let him play. Like you said, remember, the guy got run over, let him play. I don't see the foul there. I don't.
Jones going to the line. He's 3 for 3. Now he's 4 for 4. Got 6 points. Got another one coming. That's the first foul, by the way, on Dylan Ross. Makes them both. Got 7 points. Jaron Jones averaging 15 a game. Ball in the corner.
There you go.
There you go. That's probably the best that they've broken the press tonight.
Quick passes, it's gonna beat it every time.
But they're down 12 with 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. Ross picked up by Lindsay. To Adams. The lob inside, but stolen away by Lindsay. Not a great pass, and Lindsay with the steal.
You got to make a read on that. You can't just throw it just because the coach says that's the play we're going to run. And they played it defensively well, and it wasn't there.
4:15 left, fourth quarter. Jones to the hoop. Around Allen, he affected that shot, and it rolls off the rim.
Oh.
And then Allen just passes it out of bounds to the scorekeeper.
It's a good defensive play, good rotation, nice rebound, strong with the rebound, but just settled down a little bit. He threw that one out to left field.
4 minutes left, fourth quarter. 12-point lead. Jaron Jones inside, blocked away by Dylan Ross, but he tips it out to Taylor. Nice play by Jones.
Good heads-up play. Way to know where he was on the floor and where his teammates were.
Lindsay, nowhere to go. Kicks it off the wing. Nothing there, and they'll bring it back out again. Olympus not in any hurry now. Up 12 with 3:37 left in the fourth quarter. Trying to make it 5 straight wins. The Titans are. And they want to go to 5-0 now in Region 7. And they'll have a 2-game lead for the Region Chase.
They're showing some nice discipline here. You know, you think about Olympus and you think of an up-and-down style, not a whole lot of rules. But they're having some nice discipline here as they're just taking time off the clock.
Lindsay underneath the Jones. Up over Allen. Good. Well, that's a nice bit of hustle. Jaron Jones finishing it off. He's got 9. Ball tipped away by Jones. Hardy's got it to Jaron Jones. Up and good. And once again, the Titan defense leads to an easy bucket. And it's a 16-point lead, largest of the night.
Well, here they are. Murray's back to their turnover ways again.
Another steal by Taylor. 2:40 left.
The one thing you got to realize is a press like that is kind of like a nut roll. It's hard on the outside, but inside it's soft. Press is, you just pass against that thing, it's easy, it's soft, it's a piece of cake.
I've never heard the press be called a nut roll before.
Well, it's kind of like a nut roll. You know, the first impression is that it's hard, it's difficult to beat it. But if you just make some quick passes, then, it's easy, it's soft.
Okay.
A lot of junk defenses are like that. You know, they come out and they scare you, but the fact of the matter is they're soft and mushy inside.
Jaron Jones around Allen, nothing there. Back out to Lindsay. 2 minutes left, fourth quarter. Olympus is going to win this one.
I don't think that Murray has an answer to this stall. They don't have a trap. That was a nice block.
Except for if you block it away. Allen's got a couple of blocks tonight.
They've got to hit some threes right here.
Dylan Ross breaks the nut roll and misses the 3.
That's right.
And a foul's going to be called on Justin Adams. And Justin Adams says, you know what, I'm getting out of here. He's done for the night.
Yeah, he's not a happy guy. You can see that clearly.
Yeah, that's 5 fouls on Adams. He's done.
Gave the ref a nice hello sign as he walked back to the bench. But here we got 5 new guys coming in. Maybe that'll give them a little bit of energy to trap or do something.
Backus, Shipley, Chase, Hodges, and Bell check in for the Spartans. So they're letting the other players get some time now. Down 16 with $1:44 left in the fourth. Madsen Murphy going the line. He's scoreless tonight.
And he remains so.
Tanner Goetz, and I don't have a number 13 for Olympus.
Number 13 is Preston Haney.
Preston,
no, that's for Murray.
That's
sorry.
Murray.
13.
We don't have a 13
We
on
don't
the
have
roster.
a 13 on the roster. The young guy, I'm sure.
Hodges fouled before the shot. He'll go the line. They call that on Madsen Murphy.
Number 11, Madsen Murphy is second.
It's number 2 on Madsen. Hodges, 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. He's got 7.
I'll tell you what, he's impressed me a lot more in this varsity game. Maybe the JV game, he just considered it a warm-up, but he's come out and done some good things here. Maybe dribbled too much, but he's a freshman. He's got a lot of things to learn. But he's done a good job, much better than I thought he would. You know, it doesn't matter who you put in for Olympus. All of them know where their shots are coming from. They got a nice system going on here. They play for each other.
There you go.
And they can shoot.
Tanner Goetz, the 6'4 junior. He's on the board with the 3, and it's a 19-point ball game. Backus on the other end with the miss, and McCumber with the rebound. It's always nice when he can come in. There's 13, and he's
bucket.
on the board. And I don't know who number 13 is. Johnson. Drew Johnson, having 32 on our roster. Drew Johnson, you're on the board. Attaboy, Drew. 45 seconds left. It's a 21-point lead. Chandler McComber with his second personal. Jordan Chase makes the free throw. That's his first point of the night. Got another one coming.
Murray has not shot a very good percentage. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they've had a lot, as we talked earlier, of in and out shots that were just right there that didn't quite go. Got to make shots.
Behind the back by White, up and in, and it would have counted, but the foul will be called on Sean Bell. That's the first for Bell. 28 seconds left. It's a 20-point lead for Olympus. So Olympus is going to move to 5-0 in Region 7. Their 5th straight win. They're going to be 2 games in front of everybody else for the region lead.
I think they have a nice team. They play well together. They have a lot of energy. They move the ball well. They pressure. They create turnovers and things like that. Coach Barnes has them doing some good things this year.
Jake White on the board with the free throw. He's got a point. 21-point lead, 25 seconds left. Chase tries to get it inside to Shipley. Off the Titans, 12.4 left.
Some good ball movement. It's just a little too late. But, you know, they're moving their people. They're moving the ball. Talking about Murray on offense.
Backus from 16. Chase with 5 seconds left. Up and in. Jordan Chase now. He's got 3, and that's the ball game. So the Olympus Titans now have won 5 in a row, and they take a 2-game lead in Region 7. They're now 5-0 in region play. Murray drops to 3-2. The Olympus Titans, 5th straight win. They get it done, 58-39.
They did a great job, no question. They came out with more enthusiasm. They shot the ball well. They defended. They had some problems in the first quarter just taking care of the ball, but once they got that ironed out, they really kind of dominated this game from, you know, midway through the first quarter. Nice game. I mean, it was a little sloppy. I think Murray has some good potential. They've got some young kids that are freshmen playing a lot.
Yep.
And, you know, they got some hope for sure.
Jake Lindsay led the Titans with 14. Jaron Jones had 11, 6 of those coming in the fourth quarter. For the Spartans, Nate Allen led the way with 13. A.J. Hodges had 7, and Chase Topham had 6 on a couple of threes. So, Josh, that'll do it for tonight. Kind of a sloppy game, but Olympus accomplished what they wanted to do.
They did.
Protect their home court and move to 5-0 in Region 7. The Murray Spartans go to 3-2. So thanks for tuning in here on KSL and DeseretNews.com. Let's do it again next Tuesday for our Sports Stream of the Week.
We're there.
All right, for our whole crew here, thank you for your effort. Thank you for watching. And for Josh Grant, I'm Rod Zundel. Once again, the final score, Olympus 58 and Murray 39. Good night, everybody.
Chase Topham, 6 points for Olympus. Jake White, 1 point. Connor Hauer had 5. Colson Hardy, 6. Drew Johnson, 2 points. Chandler McAlbert, 2 points. Sharon Jones, 11. J.R. Daly had 9 points. Tanner Goetz, 3. Jake Lindsay, 14 points. And Alec Monson, 5. Back-to-back in action here at Olympus.